Hi, welcome to Diaries. My name is Michelle and this is Tia. And on our channel, we talk about building wealth through real estate. Be sure to subscribe on a weekly basis. You'll hear about real stories about real investors working on real deals.
And today's topic is going to be about whether someone should become a real estate agent or if they should jump right into real estate investing or both.
Awesome.
So, this is such an interesting topic because I feel like people come to me all the time. I'm sure they do the same to you. Is they're like, oh, I want to be a broker because I want to invest and I want to get started with my real estate journey. And I think a lot of times people think, oh, I have to be a broker in order to become an investor. And that's not necessarily the case, right? Because a lot of people that have like W-2 income, it's so much easier to qualify for properties and just to get started before jumping into building literally an entire business, database, pipeline, working off commission. Let's talk a little about that.
Right, exactly. I think, when it comes to real estate investing, I think you're right. The idea is that you don't necessarily have to be a realtor to be an investor. And we know for a fact because, as we're licensed agents and most of our clients obviously aren't realtors.
Right.
They're investors and they have a dream team, right? You have a couple of real estate brokers or a really good real estate advisor. You have a general contractor, you have an attorney, you have an accountant, you have an interior designer, you have a concrete guy, you have a plumber, you have a handyman. So you want to create your circle, right? Your team that's going to help you succeed in real estate investing, but it doesn't mean that you have to be the plumber.
Right.
You don't have to be an attorney. You don't have to go out there and get your license. You leverage other people to then become the investor that you want to be. You don't need to actually get into, becoming a realtor if your goal is just to invest.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, and even me included, right? Like, I have such an A-type personality. You want to know every phase and be good at every phase, but it's like you're gonna lose so much time doing that. Now, for example, if you do take the route like I did or Michelle did, where we became real estate brokers, one thing you have to consider is, do I actually want to be a broker and help people buy and sell real estate? Because if that is part of the desire, then yeah, you may want to consider being an agent, right? But if your goal is to be an investor and be an investor only, you could save a lot of time just working with the person that's already been in the business for many years, learned the business, learned the market, researched it, and then you just add on your expertise, which might be, the finance and researching certain markets that you are interested in. And now you've got, like Michelle said, that team. So I think it's really important to think about what it is you want. Do you want a business? Honestly, brokerage is about leads. It's about building a pipeline. It's about building a network. It's about knowing your market. It's about constantly helping people buy and sell, walking them through the process.
It's sales.
Yeah, it's sales. It's a
sales
business, right? Whereas a lot
Right.
of people wanted to get into investing to be passive.
Right.
And it's really a lifestyle. Like, you have to think about what you want.
Yeah, that's your passion. So if your passion is to be in sales, and if your passion is like, my passion is to help someone find their home. My passion is to help someone find that great investment building and to help them build wealth through real estate. And that's your passion and that's what gets you up every day, then be a broker. But if your passion is, I just wanted to get the deal.
Right.
Like your passion is the deal, the art of the deal, finding the deal. And if that's your passion, then you probably should just be an investor.
And the other thing that you want to consider too is, like, if you're really thinking about becoming an investor, if you already have a W-2 income and you have stable income, you may be able to avoid some of the challenges of becoming self-employed, right? Because once you start your own business, generally, if you're going to go with traditional finance, you're going to need to be in that business for 2 years, have those W-2s and income to be able to count it, right? So you may be setting yourself up for a 2-year delay if you decide to quit your job and all of a sudden become a broker right away, because you really do need to get that traction. So you may really want to think about keeping your current income and at least getting something under your belt while you have some steady income.
Right.
So,
I would say, honestly, because of the fact that I am a full-time real estate advisor, full-time broker, I may only work on 2 deals or 3 deals a year,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and that's on purpose because of the fact that my number one job in my business is to find good deals for my clients. So if I come across good deals, I'm tossing them to my clients because my mission is to help people build wealth through real estate. So because of that, my investments is kind of limited because I only have so much time and resources because I have a different vision, right? Whereas I know people that had iced their licenses and decided like, you know what, I don't want to be a realtor. I rather just hire advisors, and they focused on just investments and really blew up in scale versus me. I blew up in my business and scaling my business.
Yeah.
But if you want to be an investor, they really blew up in scale when it came to their investment. So I think it really comes down to what is your personal goals.
I mean, because even when we were just talking before, I was telling you about, so I just recently did a remodel, and it took my life for like a month and a half. I was there every day, looking after contractors, buying material, checking on every detail, making corrections, just budgeting, right? And because of that, it's like that takes so much time and energy. And when you're in brokerage, like you said, our goal is to service our clients, right? And our goal is to be out there prospecting for good deals for our clients. And when you have to take away from that to do a project, it can become time consuming. And so that's really something just to consider is how will you manage that? How will you balance that? And even this year I was thinking, maybe when I take on my personal projects, I'll do it more in the winter, in like the slower months, November, December, because that's when I have a little bit more time. And during the rest of the year, it's like, I need to focus on the clients that I have at hand and really just, ensuring that I have opportunities for them and helping them to buy and sell too.
Right. And so, but I have to say that, realtors, real estate advisors, and brokers and commercial brokers can definitely be in a good position to become wealthy and build wealth through real estate. I mean, one good thing about us is that, unlike with the stock market, it's not against the law to have insider trading in real estate.
Yeah.
Right? So I mean, like, insider trading means that typically as brokers, we are one of the first people to find and come across really good deals. And so, every once in a while we come across something that really speaks to me, like, hey, I love this deal. I can't pass this up. I want to go ahead and take it. We do that. And so we are in a good position, better position to find really good deals. But I think like the mindset is a little bit different with a full-time investor versus maybe a full-time real estate broker.
Absolutely. Honestly, when you become a full-time investor, your job is really going to be, instead of prospecting for clients, it's going to be prospecting for dollars, right? You're looking for partnerships, you're looking for funds, you're talking to a lot of brokers and networking with them so you can make sure they send you the deal. So it's just a different level of networking, and it's really like, who do you want to work with, right? Like for me, my passion is to help people build wealth and work with multifamily owners. But if someone is really passionate about building their own, like you said, dream team and building their own wealth, right, and maybe fund or syndications, it's like then you build that network out.
A lot of times I don't broker my own deals that I'm purchasing. A lot of times agents or other brokers may come across off-market deals, and I make it very known. Is that, hey, if you bring me a slamming deal, and it means that you can keep the commission, you can keep the commission. Because I'm probably going to make a lot more money being the investor than the 2.8 to 3% commission that you're going to make. So if you're a broker and it's a slamming deal, and you need somebody and you're looking for somebody and it's a good deal, I mean, you can keep the commission and you can broker it. As an investor, it definitely is not a requirement for you to be and get a license. Focus on what you're doing. If you're working a job, if you're an excellent doctor, you're an excellent attorney.
Don't quit and become a broker.
If you are, if you're working your job and you really love your job and you want to invest on the side and do that, then by all means, like, don't do that just to prove, because being a realtor or being a real estate advisor is a completely different business.
It is a complete, it's if you want to be in that business.
Yeah.
Really consider, like, do I want to be in the business of helping people buy and sell?
Right.
Or is my end goal to maybe quit the day job that you have and just live off of your passive income? And it's like, okay, how many properties do I have to have? How much money do I have to make to get there? And how many years is it going to take me to get there? And then talk with friends, Michelle, myself, or, like we said, we can connect you with an advisory area and really lay out that plan so that you can actually obtain the goal that you're really looking for.
Right. And, and lastly, I would just give this additional tip as well too, right? I think that as you progress in your life, in your career, in your business, and if you enjoy it, the people that stick with it become more successful with their career, right? Instead of people who typically change businesses and careers all the time. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but there is something to say about people that, okay, I've been in the cycling business for 15, 20 years. I have been in the business of being a doctor. I've been in the business of insurance for 10 or 15 years, right? Once you kind of hit a certain milestone mark, you got enough experience to have enough clientele, that business is really what's going to generate your real estate investments, because your business is bringing in the cash flow, the cash that you need to make investments. Same thing as a realtor. You know, we've been doing it for 10, 15, 20 years. At some point, most people at that point are becoming more and more successful. Their income is rising, and then that income will then drive purchasing and acquiring new real estate assets. You know, assuming that you don't get partnerships, going to syndications and stuff like that, assuming that you are just doing it all on your own. There's something to say with sticking to what you know as your business, using that and fueling your investments.
As they say, consistency is key.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you or anyone you know that is in your area looking to buy or sell, make sure you visit our website at diariesre.com and fill out our form, and we'll connect you with a real estate advisor in your area. Thanks so much for watching.
Thank you.